Now, Suho wants to unlock all the memories from the past that the top hunters have forgotten to get them hip to what he's really trying to do and how he needs their help. And Baek Yoon-hoo does not hesitate at all, saying that he trusts Suho and wants to remember the forgotten world. So shadows start swirling after he uses the key on him, and his daughter's still not sure about this, but after his memories are recovered, all he can do is smile and weep tears of joy from the warmth of the memories he'd forgotten. Now the apostle is starting to realize, like, hold up, I never knew this world was reset, and if he tries to unlock my memories, it's not gonna work because I'm not from this world, and that shit might make me look suspicious. So should I just start the war right now with the believers I've already gotten? Nah, even if I had 1,000 people, I'm still not strong enough yet. But then the key to unlock memories doesn't work on Yoon-hoo's daughter, which Suho is confused by, but Biru says it's completely possible that someone can't recover their memory. The previous world was reset 20 years ago, back when mana still existed. Thinking of that peaceful world without mana, it wouldn't be strange for there to be differences between then and now. Just realizing she doesn't have the memories because she wasn't born yet. But when he goes to use the key on the undercover apostle, he just uses the same excuse, I can't recall my memories. So they're mildly disappointed as Yoon-hoo's daughter is crying that he didn't have her in his past life, basically. Then the chairman tells Suho that this is the peace that Jin-woo has chosen. Countless lives that could not have been born in the last world are living happily in this one. So he's just taking in the impact of his father before getting down to business, saying if we allow the outer god to invade, this world will be destroyed. So will you all lend me your strength? Then it cuts to a news broadcast talking about the prison break, reporting how it was suppressed so quickly because of the Hunter Association, where a bunch of black human-shaped beings appeared and drastically reduced the amount of casualties. And it's broadcasted to everybody that this ability is Suho's power. It's announced that he's a hunter who's reawakened, and he's used that power to protect people. We see the orchestrator of the prison break watching the broadcast as well. But Hwang Dong-soo is about to be on Suho's ass. Now Suho's like, guys, why are they saying I reawakened? But that's what they told the media because the public is familiar with that happening. However, if we exposed you as a growing hunter who can constantly get stronger, somebody that defies the natural laws, it will only bring chaos. Now Suho, you said you've got 3 goals. The first is your growth to become strong enough to stand by your father's side. The second was gathering hunters capable of fighting the outer god. And third, defeat the Edorim's apostle that's currently in this world. It's still funny he's just right here and they don't know. But yeah, once I've achieved all those objectives, I'll go help my father who continues to fight alone. If you truly want to rally the power of this world, then passion won't be enough. You have to think about your image and how to influence people's hearts in the direction you wish and your decisions. Suho's realizing that he's right, as no matter what, he can't face this shit alone. For you to give me this advice, does that mean you're gonna help? And Baek Yoon-hoo says, of course, you're the grandson of Sung Il-hwan and the son of Hunter Sung Jin-woo, the hope of humanity. My guild has your back. And Choi Jong-in agrees to help with his guild as well. So the only one left is Lim Ta-gyu, who's still sour over Lee Min-sung's death. So he asked Suho straight up if he killed him. He just keeps it a buck like, yeah, I did. He was addicted to the Stardust and possessed by the Edorim's apostle. I knew he was working with the Edorim, so I wanted to gather information from him. He's low-key interrogating him, but he already knows that none of this is Suho's fault. But do you want to know how his final moments went? At the very end, Lee Min-sung was smiling. I don't know if it was from exhilaration or just the emptiness of letting everything go. But all I can tell you is that man never lost himself even until the very end. I hate to admit it, but he left a deep impression on me. But he sighs like, man, same selfish egotist as always, and says, my guild will help you as well. The chairman's just impressed at how he moved everybody with his sincerity, because he's not his father, but he's still reminding people of those fierce days of the hunters. He looks forward to seeing what he brings. So Suho goes to explain the plan, and as he does, the chairman is realizing, along with the rest of the hunters, that shit is going to get hectic. The one who will take on the brunt of it is Suho himself. After Suho explains his plan to save the world to the chairman and the guild masters, it cuts over to his personal shadow dimension, where he's in there training, doing his daily quest, lifting up a mut. And they're all just impressed at his improvement over time. He's so locked in that his body feels off if he doesn't do the training. Isol can sense that he's got like a different aura to him now. He don't have time to hang around, finna dip off again. Of course, they don't want their young monarch to leave. I'll probably be even busier now. I'm gonna get rid of the field type dungeon. That's what he talked about in the meeting as a countermeasure against the Stardust Factory. Those dungeons are where they kept being built. The other guilds are definitely gonna push back, giving up all their field type dungeons. So a condition has been placed on this, and in order to do it, I gotta get going. The gang cheers him on and wants to help. He just leaves saying, if I need y'all, I'll call. They really never get to hang out with bro. Then it cuts to all the hunters getting ready to start raiding the field type dungeons, while really just tagging along with Suho as he does it all by himself. Now she don't get why they're letting Suho run shit like this. As a high-ranking hunter, she's still just being used as a squad filler for this raid. She thinks Suho's just acting tough, expecting to be able to take out the dungeon all by himself. Then the whole mountain they're on just starts shaking. They're like, no way, he's already done. Sure enough, here he comes with his army of shadows. Took out the boss like it wasn't nothing, and they got all the loot. Bro said, I'm trying to do at least 3 more dungeons today. But they're just in shock at what they're witnessing. And the apostle is still just lurking by. Now, the chairman is walking with the guild leaders, discussing if they're really making the right choice trusting all the dungeons to Suho because of all the money and shit they'll miss out on. He's like, bro, you ain't gonna care about no money if the entire world gets destroyed. The one who is most eager to give up their field type dungeons was the one who had the most of them, Lim Tai-gyu, and they're saying they guess he felt guilty. I didn't forget that nigga was in on the Stardust operation. He really just finessed his way out of any kind of affiliation with it. He says if we can wipe out the awakening drug that turned Lee Min-sung into that, it'll all be worth it. Choi says, what if, even in the worst case, those outer world invaders from another world bring monsters like the ones from back then, from before the world was reset? Would we even be able to do anything? We see Yoon-hoo going through PTSD from when he got bitched. The chairman says you're all unusually worried. Y'all know this isn't something we can avoid just because we want to. And if it's Suho, he'll handle it. But when it comes to Suho convincing everyone to work with him, during the meeting there only became one clear way for Suho to reach the National Hunter class, the same level of Thomas Andrade of the US, Yu Ji Kang of China, and Siddharth Bachchan of India. These are irregular beings whose personal strength is comparable to that of a nation, and many hunters are drawn to their power. But if Suho can reach their class or even surpass it, that alone would be the most persuasive argument of all. He seemed kind of intimidated by it. By the end, he's determined to reach that level. The chairman says we gotta handle our business, as they all walk as a group into a meeting with a bunch of other guilds, like a whole room full, and obviously they're gonna try and convince everybody to give them all their field type dungeons. It cuts over to Suho just speed running the raids, slicing monsters up over here, picking them to pieces over there, dicing them up like cheese, you know the drill. A straight up farming experience. They can't even tell if what they're watching is real, because in 2 days this nigga's ran through like 10 fucking dungeons, and every time they complete one, his mana rises even more. He senses it in himself that he has more mana, making his shadow ability easier to use. Abiru asks if he can compare his mana to Park Do-jin's. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. I think I already know, because he's been sizing him up. And the apostle's been on the same timing as well. Then it cuts over to Suho's home, where he was raised by Jin Woo and Sha Hae-in. He says, what a shame. If your family had come first, I was going to put them in the same miserable state as me. But while he's just walking around, someone's already here, so you finally come. And it's Hwang Dong-soo, just ready to cause a fucking problem. They don't even call him a hunter. They call him an S-rank villain.